Yes, it's okay.
Okay. But you have to look at the context. There were hundreds of thousands of people that were leaving Europe before the First World War, not only from Chudnov in the Ukraine, but from Middle Germans, Poles, many Italians, many. And there were whole micro villages in America. And when the immigrants arrived, they went to live with their people, which was normal, yes. And since my mother's brothers, as I said, Abraham and Morris, were friends of my father's in Chudnov, my father got in touch with them when he got to America, and that's led eventually to they went to meet the boat that my mother was on, and my uncle Abraham says, my family's coming and won't you come help them off the boat. And I think it's in the book, which was the case. And he went to live with an aunt of his who had immigrated in 1888 from that area. So it's a whole movement that is people knew people. But when my father wanted to come, it was 1911, I think, yes. And how they left was the men that wanted to go to America to avoid military service, they all got together on a certain day in a certain place, and they started out on foot to go to the border of Austria-Hungary to get across the border. And when they were preparing to leave, they took valuables with them. They took, if they had any money or any gold, to have, if they needed to have, and they put it in their suitcases. Those suitcases of a group, say 15 or 20 men, were loaded onto a wagon that was drawn by horses, so they didn't have to carry all that. Well, the wagon that my father they were following, it was at the end, that was stolen by two people, everything on it.
It's the reason why I don't like to let my bag far. Every time
I think it's in Listen, My Children.
Yes.
But those thieves, when the men in the group found out that had happened, they went back to kill those men who had stolen. The police didn't act there. They never found the murderers of my grandmother. No, it's loosely done. Donc.
Mais ils ont récupéré les affaires ou pas?
They didn't recover anything. They had what they had on them. And then they went to Antwerp, to Rotterdam to get their boats to go to the States. And there they lived dans la cale of the ship, on a potato and some herring. And then they had to go to Ellis Island to get debriefed, to have papers. And I have that Adam Lunsford sent me the paper that was made for my mother's family at Ellis Island. Adam Lunsford. I just wrote to him, but I wrote him a snail mail because your father can't stand to write for me when I write to my family. Adam, well, he did send me things. These have to Greenstein genealogy. Adam Lunsford. A lot of people with the name Green are from our family because it was Greenstein.
Yes.
And here is, what is this? United States Department of Justice alien registration form for Shmuel, for my grandfather. And it's all here. They came in 1913, Shmuel Greenstein. But all those Greensteins, most of them became green.
Just green.
Wait, just green. It's very common, it's very popular now to be green. Here's genealogy also. Brody Cove, family correspondence. These are people that we've found recently because Adam is here. All this, Adam is trying to bring people together. And sometimes they're Greenstein family. Look here. Oh, no, this is Norman the Mormon. And the pretty wife. You can understand. And she was a...
Can you understand why he had so many children?
Here he is.
Where is the wife?
The wife, I think, is this lady.
Okay.
And now those are their children. Let's see. Here, left to right, Karen Larson and Ethel Green, my grandmother. Ethel married Nathan Greenstein, Norman the Mormon, he wrote here, who was Samuel Greenstein's son. Brooke got married a few weeks ago. This picture was taken at the reception. Here. That's that family. Greenstein family are. But you see, it's all in much disarray. Mm-hmm. I have a book on genealogy.
And who's that?
That's my grandfather Shmuel, the man who had the 4 wives. This is a rare picture. That's a rare picture. Look at this. This is my mother, Pearl Greenstein Scarr. This is Aunt Sarah. This is Aunt Seal. And she is unique because she was my father's cousin and she married my mother's brother.
Mm-hmm.
This is my grandmother who came to America in 1921 from Chudnam. My father brought them. That's Uncle Sam. And the names are all here. Sarah Weinblatt, Celia Skoratowska is Green, Sam Weinblatt. Here, Sarah's husband. Celia Rybolova Skoratowskaya, my grandmother, my father's mother. My mother, my paternal grand. So this one, look, this is the lady who's having 12 children.
This is the mother?
This is Adam Lunsford's wife.
Of the Mormon?
The Mormon and his wife. Look, my fiancée, Aurelia Johnson. We are getting married in the Mormon temple.
But that means that it's her? No,
No.
It means that it's her? No.
No. That's his wife.
So I don't understand.
This?
Yes. Is the wife of him?
His wife, yes.
Yes. And who is her?
This is Adam Lunsford. What? He's not Adam.
He's Norman?
He's Norman.
And who is Adam?
And his grandson, Adam, is the one who, Aurelia Johnson. They used to live in Utah, where the Mormons come from. She's having my mother, a name for my mother, Pearl. She has 11 children.
Ah, okay. He's one of the children.
Wait, she is descended. Is there a date on this? 1970. Family of Norman. Nathan Green, my mother's half-brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's his family. And she married Adam Lunsford. Do I have his picture here? Wait a minute. No. That's my grandfather. Here. That's other people. Oh, here are the
Yes, it's
the Israelis. That's my nephew, Adam, Zvi, and him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think these two are twins.
Yes.
No, maybe these two. And you see she has her hair covered?
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a hat. Funny. Elvin Green, he was my cousin. He was killed in an accident. His name was Green too. He was very brilliant. And what was this? Elvin Green, that's his eulogy. Travels with Elvin, floating in the Dead Sea. So you see, there's a lot of stuff here, isn't there?
Yes.
And it's all in disorder. This is genealogy of the Blankoff Blankoff. And this is a document your father wrote.
Wait.
The future of my past. There was something wrong here. That's mom of the family. Some notes on my future autobiography. Listen, my children, a sequel. These are all interesting documents.
And what about the crisis of 29?
About?
The crisis of 29.
Oh, well, 1924, my father bought a farm. He had always wanted to be able to work the land. So he went to the bank, he got money, and he bought a 20-acre farm in Mountainside, New Jersey in 1924. My sister and brother were still living in Newark and I wasn't born yet, because I was born in 1928. And he began to work the farm, and business was good. He would take whatever he grew, strawberries, potatoes, corn, to the market in Newark and sell it once a week. It was a produce farm. He built 2 houses, one for himself and one for my Aunt Sarah, because she never left my mother. And well, 24, 25, 26, 27. I was born in 28, my brother in 1930. But in 29, when he had to pay the money back to the bank, business was not good. It was like now. Deflation, business was not good. And he had a road front stand where he sold a lot of the produce. And he sold firecrackers for the 4th of July. I remember that. And so people stopped by. They lost their jobs. They didn't have money. And they ate dog food and, So he took out, he couldn't pay the money that was due. So he took out a second mortgage to get more money to pay the first mortgage. But he couldn't pay the second mortgage either. So they gave him 6 months and then 6 months. But business was not getting better. It was getting worse. So in 1934, that was 5 years after the crash,